Hey friends, I hope you're having a good day. So today I'm gonna do a get ready with me. I'm gonna do some real simple makeup and then a pixie cut style, nothing too crazy, but I did get a new product today, so I wanna try out a new hair product with my style. So I'm going to start by putting some facial cream on my face. I've been using this Olay Regenerist and I really like it for under makeup, so I just picked that up at my local Walmart. I'm just gonna put a little bit of face cream on my face before I get started. I am starting to notice my freckles are coming out. You know, my family during this whole pandemic, for some reason, my husband and I just kind of shut ourselves away and just stopped doing pretty much everything. It felt like we weren't being very active and not exercising, and this was over almost a whole year's time, and we finally, it's been about 2 months, started being more active. So I'm going on daily walks during my work hours, like in the afternoon. So that's why I'm starting to get some freckles again. Speaking of which, I'm gonna use IT CC Cream, and this is Fair Light. I go between the shades Fair and Fair Light. Fair Light when I start getting a little bit of a tan on my face during late spring, early summer. And then when it gets back down to winter again, I'll switch over to the Fair because I lose kind of that little bit of a tan that I had. So I'm just gonna use a beauty sponge, which I always, before I start putting my makeup on, I will take this beauty sponge, run it under hot water and wash it with a bar of soap until it runs clear. And then it's all ready right before I use it. So it's still kind of damp, but I squeeze it out in a towel. But I love using sponges. This is the Huda Beauty sponge. I got it from Sephora. So anyways, we started walking every day and I just feel so much better. I feel better just by being more active than I was being. The other thing that's going on, I think I told you guys this, but my daughter and her boyfriend moved to the area, so they're like 15 minutes away, and my son is living with us for a while, and he's gonna be getting his own apartment here pretty soon. So we're just trying to get really my kids settled in the area now that they're adults, and feeling much better about their stability and making sure that they are all settled in their new places. But it is gonna be wonderful to have my kids around. If I wanted to go see them, I could see them any day I want. So I'm just putting a little bit of concealer. This concealer is called Nars Soft Matte Complete Concealer. I really love this concealer, especially for mature skin, and you can see the difference. I use just the very tip of it, and I just kind of, here, I'll show you what I do. Use the tip of it like this, and I just kind of squish it into the tip. And then I just use it to conceal my eyes because my eyes get really dark because the skin is so translucent, I think. But it is just a really good concealer. My favorite concealer so far. All right, I haven't done a get ready with me in quite a while, but I also have been using this new powder, and I did splurge on this. It was the most expensive powder I've ever bought, but this is Charlotte Tilbury, and this is called Airbrush Flawless Finish. And I've had it for a couple months so far, and it is holding up well, but it is a beautiful powder. I think I've never had such a powder like this. It was $45, so it was quite a splurge, but it really just does look like airbrushed when you put the powder on. Okay, next step, I'm gonna put a little bit of blush on. This is the Ciate London, and this is the Marbled Light Blush. It looks like this, and I'm gonna just put a little bit at the top of my cheekbone. I'm trying not to put too much blush right here because it makes it look funny, and I've been trying to move it up to this area. I'm one of those people that probably always over blushes. So if it looks a little too heavy, like it does right now, I just take my powder brush, big fluffy brush like this, and just kind of diffuse it out a little bit. Okay, I'm going to use Dipbrow for my eyebrows. I think I've had this over a year. These last forever. This is the taupe color. If you're blonde or have blonde highlights, I suggest this one. But if you have darker hair or gray hair, you may go for a darker shade than this. But what I do, it's a little trick here. I take some cotton pads and a little bit of micellar water. I've got some right here. This is the Bioderma. I use micellar water to remove my makeup. But anyways, I take a brush like this. It's like a flat brush, and I just basically clean it off and I get it wet. So it's just a little bit damp when I start dipping this in the Dipbrow. So I just dip this in the Dipbrow. Try not to put very much on, just a little tiny bit. Maybe just a little bit more. Again, I'm not making any kind of new shape to my brow. I'm just reinforcing where my brow is with a little bit of that taupe color. I cannot wait to get my eyebrows done. I haven't gotten my eyebrows done in like a year and a half. I've just been plucking them myself. Thankfully, my eyebrows don't grow too much hair. All right, I'm gonna just take a little spoolie here and comb out. I always do a real quick comb out of my eyebrows just to kind of move the color around and smooth it out. But yeah, very simple eyebrows. All right, next I am going to use an old palette. I've had this for a few years, but it's a Tarte palette. I don't even know if they sell this anymore, but I do like the neutral color. I'm gonna use Myth because it matches my shirt, but I do like that neutral color, and I might use a little sparkly. I have to tell you, I just like simple makeup, and so all these fancy makeup looks, I've just never been good at them. So I always just go with what I can do, which is the very simple makeup. My normal everyday makeup for eyes is really put a neutral color in the crease like this and really blend it out, and on this side as well. I feel like once you get an eye makeup style that you like or that you're good at, well, at least for me, I'm not really good at a lot of different eye makeup looks. So I always rely back on the neutral color in the crease and then some kind of shimmery color on the eyelid. Just a little bit more on the right side. And then I'm kind of thinking this trance color, which is a neutral shimmery. I'm gonna just tap that on my eyelid. Okay, so today, right after I finish this video, today's Sunday, I am going over to my daughter and her boyfriend's house, and we are gonna make brunch together. They went and bought groceries this morning, and we are going to make strawberry cream cheese crepes. So that is gonna be fun. I'm excited to go over there. Okay, I'm just using an eye pencil here, which I just messed up. Oh dear. Do you guys ever do that where you wipe off something and then it gets on your face and then you've already messed up where you put your makeup on? So I need to do a quick little touch up with my sponge. I have a little cut on the very edge of my nose that I think I must have gotten with my glasses. All right, I think that's okay. I'm just gonna do a real quick powder on my nose. All right, so back to this. This is just a Kohl eyeliner, and what I do is I just line right above my eyelashes. The way Kohl eyeliners work is you can really blend them out. So I think this was like 99 cents. I'll link all these products in the description below. But I just take a little brush like this, and what I do is I just reline where I put my eyeliner on. Happy about that. Last but not least, I'm going to use some mascara. This is the Superhero It mascara. Okay, that looks good. So last but not least, I'm gonna put some lip crown on. This is called Maybelline New York Superstay Ink Crown. This shade is called Keep It Fun, and it's like a kind of a dusty rose color. All right, so that is the simple makeup. I'm gonna end there on the makeup. So now let's go to my hair. So I got a new product. I love this brand. I actually have a version of this product, but it's not exactly the same thing. So this is Kenra Platinum, and I don't think you can see that. This is the Kenra Platinum Whipped Taffy. This is number 20. And the previous product I've used it for a few years, is the Kenra Platinum Texturizing Taffy, which is different than this. and it's a lot different than this. So as I was saying, the previous version I used was the number 13, and it was very sticky. I hardly have any left, but it was very sticky, and the texture was a more sticky texture versus this new stuff, which is a whipped taffy. It even is slightly different color, and it has a different texture. So I'm gonna just take a big chunk like that. The consistency is not sticky. It's more of almost like a cream, whereas if you put your finger in this, it's very, very sticky. Okay, so I'm taking some of this whipped taffy and rub it on my hands. And what I like to do is just kind of fluff my hair up. I really want to do the kind of no part method of hairstyle, which I've been doing lately, which is wherever your part is, you just kind of fluff the hair out. Maybe just a little tad more. And we've got to do the same thing with the back. All right, I'm liking how this hairstyle is coming together. So you saw how I was working the back and trying to get it to lay just right. And then I'm feeling really good about this. It looks very textured. By the way, this is a matte paste. It gives kind of a textured look versus some other types of paste are like shiny. So this is matte, just something to keep in mind as you're getting different products for your hair. But yeah, I am really liking this. It's really cute. It's got a little bit of a bangs. It looks very textured and I'm liking it. So I think I'm ready to spray. I'm gonna spray this with my current product. I really don't have any strong feelings about this either way. It's a good hairspray. Is it my favorite? Maybe not necessarily. It was cheap. It's just a good, reasonable hairspray. So this is Aquage finishing spray, and I'm gonna do a quick spray all around, and I'll show you the finished product. All right, well, thanks for joining me today. It was fun. It was nice to do a get ready with me. What do you think about the makeup and the hair? I think it came out really cute. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love to have you, and I'll see you next week.